Oh, hey guys, it's Uncle Doug. We're out here at the farm. It's I don't know, Wednesday the 24th of February. I mentioned on the live stream, we had a break in the water line when it froze so bad last week. We don't know where it broke. There's no evidence of it on the surface, but the creek was running like crazy with fresh water that wasn't even cold hardly. So we rented this little digger, and hope you guys can see that. It's a little Yanmar Home Depot digger, and up there by the front we dug by the meter. I'll show you that later maybe, to see where the line went, because we didn't even know where the line went, and nobody, because it's not a water department line, it's a homeowner line, or that belongs to the property. They didn't put it in, so they don't know where it is. So I've been 3-4 hours on this thing already today. Anyway, so we're digging. What the water department suggested was dig at the meter in case it's there, and then dig halfway, find a pipe, put in a valve, stop the water, and then you know if it's still leaking that away, or if it stops, then the leak is that away. We don't want to dig up 900 feet of water line. It runs all the way up there to the front of the cave where we can water the animals, 1,000 feet. And we think it's right here along the road, right down in this hole. I'm digging to try and find it. We found it up there, and they had to cut down into rock a good 1.5 feet to place the water line. So there's a 12-inch trench through rock with a PVC pipe running through it all the way down here. But I haven't found the line here. It should run right here along the road somewhere, but it could be, hopefully it's not under the road, and hopefully it's not up there in the rock, but it should be running right along here somewhere. I may have to dig up there and see if it makes a corner, if we chart it out straight from where we found it, and see if it makes an angle, or if it goes, it could go, see, it's coming from up there and toward the road, and then we think down along in here, but it could go under the road over here and along this side of the road, which would be goofy, but whatever. Anyway, so we'll keep you updated. We may be at it all night. It's a one-day rental, so we may have to be out here with flashlights and headlights, using up our time the best we can, get God's money's worth. Anyway, it's just another day. What's going on with you guys? Bye-bye. Okay, so here we are. Jordan is back. Say hi, Jordan.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, look at that. Dear sweet Jordan is back. He's been to Egypt.
I'm gonna head down.
He met Brother Yun. All kind of stuff he did. But he's back. Anyway, we found the leak. We fixed where we broke it with the forklifts on the tractor, trying to dig with that. So put the pipe back together, turn on the water, and sure enough, right here near, I mean, not 20 feet from the water main, it started leaking. And it filled up with water real fast, and then it just sucked down into the ground. So there's just a little bit of puddle left. We'll have to deal with a little bit of mud in there, but we're digging up the last little bit. I stopped with the digger before we got to the pipe so I wouldn't hit the pipe, have more to repair. So we're just gonna dig down. It's getting muddy in there now. We got a little bit of water in there, so we're gonna have to deal with that while we do the repair.
That's it.
But that pipe somewhere in front of Jordan, that piece of poly pipe is cracked. So I'm gonna leave them to do this. Opie went to go get the repair parts, and they're just gonna dig on this. And while we got the digger, I'm gonna work on some other projects around the farm that we were hoping to have a backhoe to do. And since we've paid for it till tomorrow, and we can just work these slaves to death all night long. As long as they get whoppers, they're happy. I'm just kidding. All right, there's Sean, and there's our sign. We haven't put a sign up yet, and there's 100 or so cows across the street. It's kind of gray and brown and whatever right now, but it'll be spring in a month, and it'll start greening up and be really pretty around here. Okay, more later. Bye. Okay, it's 7-8 o'clock. We've been working all day. We got the water turned on. We got the one pipe down here. He's watching another pipe. We're seeing if they're leaking or not. We've had to repair 3 different places. And then we had a 2-inch pipe inside a 3-inch pipe, which made it hard. Oh, stop! Okay, well, that didn't work. We got that on video. All right, here we are again, boys and girls. We're up near the front of the farm. We got this dug out 3 foot deep to the water line, and you can see this rock. They dug with a trencher through almost 3 feet of solid rock on either side to make a trench for this. We think it froze because rock is not as good an insulator as dirt, and so there's places like right here. You can see right here nearby, this sheet of rock is at the surface. Look at that. It's right there. I mean, not 2 inches deep. So what do you do?
We messed with it too, Cody.
It came apart?
Yeah. You might have to push it through the other side. Is it sticking out the other side?
No, it's not out through here.
No, it's not. It ain't that far, man. If you got some pliers, you can get it. Push it. Huh?
Push, Jordan. I'll tell you when it sticks out.
All right.
All right, it's out. Yeah, the joint just came apart. We just glued it and it just came apart. It didn't have time to set, evidently. So now we gotta pull it out. Okay, come help pull this one out again. It's the joint in between. It's a 2-inch pipe inside a 3-inch pipe. And the joint in between just keeps coming apart. And so we gotta pull it through and up and out. And get enough bend to get it out, and then we gotta figure out why the glue's not sticking. Give it more time to set, I guess.
I think it was just a little bit of dirty in there or something.
Yeah.
We didn't clean it very well.
Alright. So, we dug several different places. Candid, look at us. Not getting right. There's a piece we've cut that we glued 2 different times last night and it kept popping. Anyway, so here's the trench coming from the meter, which is that tube there on the end, right here coming down. It's the electric pole. There's the road. Anyway, so we're gonna re-glue these together.
I think we can do them all together. Yeah, I think it'll be easier for me to glue it up here so it's nice and straight.
And drier?
Yes.
So we'll try that again. And then what we're gonna have to do is get the pipe in, let it sit for a little while, get the water running up to the cave entrance so we can water the animals, and then shut the water off the cave and see if it pressurizes without popping, and see if the meter is running after we shut everything off. Then we know that it's leaking somewhere else, which is no good. And then I don't know what we're gonna do, because we'll have to keep digging and find it elsewhere. So some idea of what we down the road, down the line. Here on, we got this big driveway entrance right here, sign, and we have this 16-foot log cabin kit that was donated a couple years ago that's just been sitting waiting. But what we'd like to do, and pending, you know, things could change, I guess, but what we'd like to do, this beautiful tree right here, big oak tree, it's really beautiful, shades the road. But what we'd like to do is right here put a pad, 16-foot by 20-foot pad, so there's a porch, and put that log cabin kit right there. There's room here to drive in, and then this all looks down into where they've excavated for a long time ago, so it's kind of a cliff drop off. But this is all rock. All of this is rock. There's a lot of mud right there, and it catches water. We need to come gravel it, but there's parking in here for 15 or 20 cars, and then we got a trail that goes up to the back of the land through here that we could partition off or whatever. But would like this to be a general store where we could sell farm products and t-shirts and DVDs and books and stuff like that. But this road has traveled a lot, and you know, a lot of people would stop if there was a soda machine here, or you know, they could buy something on their way to work or whatever. There's not really a little general store. There's Walmart a mile down that way, but north of here there's not really much of a place. But it'd be great to be just right here, buy farm eggs or whatever, have it open certain times. Anyway, that's the plan. All right, so let's ride up to the farm and open up the valves.
Okay.
Or at least the valve to that water line there.
Give us time to let this dry.
Yeah, and then we'll come back, shove this thing through. You got your phone on you, Jordan?
Yep.
Okay. All right. More later. Bye. Well, here we are again. It's March the 1st, Monday after the conference. We rented this snake with a camera on it that you can put through there and locate it where the pipe is. So that's helping us. We dug all of this the other day and never hit a pipe. But we put the snake all the way from up there, 50, 60 feet down here, and found an obstruction in the camera, and it wouldn't go any further. So we're digging here. We're digging here and hoping to find the pipe, and then we're gonna see if we can't see what that does for us. Anyway, more in a minute. Bye. Okay. Hey guys, here we are, March 3rd. Beautiful Wednesday. We've dug a bunch of other holes and decided we're just going to push poly pipe all the way through if we can. So we broke a little sewer line with the digger. So we're going to repair that, and then we're going to shove poly pipe down the 1.5, 2 inch line as far as we can out to the road. See if that works. 500 or so feet. More later. Bye. Here's need a nice shovel of that there, James.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yummy. So we're clearing out the goo in the sewer line.
This is what goes through sewer lines, everybody.
Yeah. We'll have mud in the other one we're going to have to get out. You might be able to hit that plant root over on this side over here. No, not. Okay. So we dug and we dug and we dug. There's Jordan's butt. And we finally found the water line. There's where the water line meets the copper line. We're going to cut into that and feed poly pipe for 500 feet if it'll work. We'll see. It's still March the 3rd, but its sun's going down, so we'll see how much else we get done today. More later. Bye. So here we are. It's March the 4th, and we got we pushed 500 feet of pipe in from the entrance to the farm, but it wasn't enough, and it wouldn't go any further. So we pushed 150 feet from that end. It didn't hit anything. So what we're doing is digging where we think they might come together. Might have to pull the other one back this way. We'll shove 200 feet from that end and put a shark bite, squeeze them together, and we should be good. So this whole thing is dug through the rock, a 12-inch trench, 3 foot and change deep in between layers of rock. So all we had to do is, with the fork on the tractor, we just sort of jammed it in there until we found the break in between the rock. But it was right on the road, which is really hard packed, so it takes a lot to dig in the road. So anyway, we're digging for this trench now so we can find the pipe. We'll cut the pipe open and then join the new poly pipe together and pass it in from that end until it hits here, and we should be good. So days and days and days of work. We've been 3-4 hours a day for a week trying to find this and get it settled. Run one roadblock after another, but we're close, and it'll be brand new poly pipe. It'll be good for 30-40 years maybe, and it'll be inside a 2-inch pipe, which will protect it better from breakages and freezes and whatever, hopefully. So anyway, more later. Bye. Well, hey everybody, look, it's Opie and James, and dear sweet Cindy's on the phone in the truck, and we're still working on the water lines. It's March the 8th, 7th, 8th, Monday, and this is about the midpoint between the road and the farm. Here comes Rusty. Anyway, we got the pipe. We found the pipe here. We dug it up. There's a 3-inch pipe and a 2-inch PVC. We had to break them open to get to the pipe inside. We pulled the 500-foot pipe that we'd shoved from up there back, took the excess, took it up there, and shoved it this away, put a shark bite on it, turned the water on, and it had a little drip. But at least we could water the animals and everything, so we left it on overnight, and it filled the hole. So that little drip has turned into more drip. And anyway, speaking of big drips, hey, there's Rusty. Anyway, so we got a little aquarium pump in there, and we're just blowing the water out into the grass, and then we'll get down there. And the shark bite wasn't put on cleanly, I think, is the problem. You've got to make sure you don't have any mud or sediment or anything when you bite that thing down on the pipe. And so we're going to pop it off, clean it all up real good, maybe try a new one, and put it back on and check and make sure that we're dry when we pressurize the system and that the meter stops. And then we can go back and rebury all the holes up there, the hole there, the hole there, the hole here, 2 big holes up there. So
I was kind of hoping not to go.
anyway, more later. Bye.